it's Ben Wise from ZOAR Fitness, and welcome to the Name Game. The Name Game is a chance for you to test your fitness. It is a test, and it is our sport programming. So it'll be announced on Saturdays, and it's really just an opportunity for you to plan out a workout, do the very best that you can on that workout, and then to analyze how that you did, and in the potential that you would redo it. I'm not saying that you will, but if you were to redo it, what would you do differently? So it's a time for some analysis. It's also just a time for any time that I name a workout in our programming. It just means that you're supposed to go hard on it. Like, you're supposed to give it your full effort. So this is our very first one, so let's jump into it. All right, it is a 14-minute AMRAP. Oh, the name, duh. Feel the Berm. All right, so it's a 14-minute AMRAP. It is 6 dumbbell box step-overs with dumbbells. So for males, it'll be 50-pound dumbbells per hand. Females, it'll be 35. Males, a 24-inch box. Females, a 20-inch box. Also, just so you know, I always write this in pounds. If you're someone who's not in the United States, you're gonna have to convert it. Something that CrossFit as a company does not make that super convenient for you during the open and other online qualifiers. They're not gonna cater to you, so I will not on Saturdays either. So you're gonna have to be able to convert it. So again, it's a 14-minute AMRAP, 6 dumbbell step overs, and then it will be chest to bar, 6, 7, 8. So each time it just climbs up the ladder. All right, so the flow of the workout will be like this. All right, so you'll do 6 dumbbell box step overs, you'll do 6 chest to bar. You'll do 6 dumbbell box step overs, you'll do 7 chest to bar. You'll do 6, and then you'll do 8, and you'll continue to climb each time. So the amount of chest bar that you're doing in the workout becomes exponentially greater the further into and the deeper into the workout that you get. So that being said, someone who is at a lesser fitness level, they're not going to get as deep into the gymnastics work. It's going to be more about the step overs. If someone is really fit and they're getting many rounds into this workout, it's going to become more and more about the chest to bar and their chest to bar proficiency. So a few things. Number one, let's talk about equipment setup. Obviously your pull-up bar is probably fixed, so you'll probably take your box and move it as close to your pull-up bar as possible, but I wouldn't put it directly behind, just in case you do slip off the bar. You don't want to land on the box and break your back. Or same thing with any time. You don't really want to put a bar or a box or something behind your rig, just because if you do fall off, you can literally break your spine, and I would not. Obviously, that's not the goal. I mean, people have done that though. So I'd set it kind of off to the side. That way you can kind of drop down, turn, pick up the dumbbells, and go. A few things that are kind of unique that we're talking about in terms of movement standards. One, for the step overs, you do not have to stand up all the way on the box. However, both feet must touch the ground, so you can't leave one foot on the box as you're stepping over. The one thing that's probably unique is that the dumbbells are never allowed to rest on the box. Like, they might be able to graze it or touch it, but you're not allowed to rest them on the box. Obviously this prevents people from setting them on and kind of climbing over and then pulling them off again, but also you're not allowed to just set them there as you're rested, and then pick them up and go into your first set. You have to set them on the ground when you set them down. Right? So it encourages you to not break them up. Chest to bar, pretty simple. Full extension at the bottom, like a dead hang, and then the chest has to touch somewhere between the collarbones and the bottom of your sternum. So where's going to be the bottleneck in this workout is for, if you're someone who's more of a tall athlete or a stronger athlete, chest to bar is going to be your limiter or the bottleneck. So I would encourage you to tack the step overs relatively quickly, and then maybe take a longer break before you go into your chest to bar, and then do your chest to bar, and then get right back to the box, because the box isn't going to be as challenging of a part. And certainly this is a workout where you could pretty easily break this into doubles or triples on the chest to bar, and as long as you're not taking a long break, you're perfectly fine. You can't, again, it's not necessarily about you don't have to do it unbroken in this workout. This really isn't, it's a pretty long workout. 14 minutes is a really long time for a couplet. So the way that I would think about it is taking your time to make sure that you are again, just spacing out that work the best that you can, so you can get the best score across the 14 minutes. If you do really well for the first 6 and then you die in the second half of the workout, or 7 technically, and then die in the second half of the workout, that's not going to benefit you at all. So Again, that's if you're a tall athlete. If you're someone who's shorter and you're better at gymnastics, then I would encourage you to, kind of make up your ground there. And it doesn't mean that you can't break it, but if you're someone who is really good at gymnastics, get through or get back to your gymnastics as quickly as possible, right? So maybe take a little bit longer of a break before you start your step overs, do your step overs, and then go right back into the bar, and don't take a break until then you drop down from the pull-ups. Then you can take a longer break before you get back in your step overs. So it's really just about managing your work rest. Where are you going to take more time? Where can you make up time based on your relative strengths and weaknesses relative to the field of people that's going to be doing this? Other thoughts. There's definitely some movement interference in this. So if we think about what muscles you're going to be using in the box step over and the chest bar, like the shoulders, the grip, and potentially the biceps are all going to be involved in those. So one of the things I would really encourage you to do in the box step over, try to relax your shoulders and your arms as much as you possibly can, and not really throwing the dumbbells around. If you're really actively moving the dumbbells around, it's just going to blow up your upper body even more than it's already is. So the more you can just kind of have your arms relaxed and long and control that movement with your core and or lower body, you're going to be way better off and more sustainable in the movement if you do that. The other thing that I would think about is there's a couple different, really two techniques that you can do for the step over, where either going straight at it in a runway, up and over, and then turning around and running back at the box. Which is the way that I prefer to do it, kind of regardless of the workout. Or if you're someone who's a little bit taller, like for me, this is significantly 24 inches, puts my thigh below parallel. So for a lot of people, if you're a little bit taller, you can just kind of do the lateral step overs, and it's probably a little bit quicker, and you probably can get away with, again, manipulating the dumbbells maybe a little bit less. So these are things to think about and stuff that I would encourage you to play around with in your warm-up sets in the rehearsal, so you can kind of figure out what's going to work for you. This is a long workout for a couplet. 14 minutes for 2 movements is a really long time. So make sure that you're taking your time in the first, maybe even 2/3 of this workout, and really allowing the workout to build, because there's only 2 movements. If you burn them out early, which is definitely could happen in both of these movements, but especially the chest to bar, then you're just going to be hurting for the rest of that time, right? So if you feel like you're going out at a really conservative pace where you're just kind of methodically moving through and sticking to a game plan, that's actually probably going to result in your best effort, rather than actually feeling like a workout in the first part. You probably attacked it a little bit wrong. Besides that, you're probably going to be resting at least half of this workout. I'd say for most people, realistically, maybe even 3/4 of this workout is when you're resting. And anytime that happens, you have to be really methodical and thoughtful about your efficiency. So if you're not moving the whole time, you really have to pay attention to your rest times, and you really have to pay attention to when I'm actually moving, making sure that I'm moving with the greatest quality and efficiency that I possibly can be, so that I can minimize my time that I have to rest, so I can get back to the bar or the dumbbells quicker and allow me to keep moving through this workout. So that's really my thoughts on the way that I would think about attacking it. Again, don't go out too hot. It's a long workout for a couplet. Warm-ups, they're in the comments below. Obviously, if you're someone who is a member of the protocol or of the premium on ZOARfitness.com, you're going to have full access and you can do it there. But if you're someone who doesn't and you're just watching this on YouTube, again, it's in the comments below. Feel free to let me know how things go, and obviously you can comment in the forum about what your results were. So if you're someone who isn't signed up for the protocol and you're someone who's just watching this on YouTube, please go to ZOARfitness.com/premium. You get a free 7-day trial and see if you actually like it, see if you enjoy it, and then obviously you can buy the full membership if you want it for $29 a month. So there you have it, guys. Best of luck. I hope you don't feel the burn.